All right, gang, I need your help. How do you be humble without being humble? One of the biggest things for me is I never want it to appear like I'm doing anything for myself or I'm flaunting myself and blah, 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 because I don't want to become that guy. I don't want to be, Joey Ego, etc. But something funny happened in the office today that wasn't funny, that kind of like woke me up a little bit and got me a little fired up. And I've got a patient who's been coming in for years. Dude's been through a lot of stuff. He's a really cool cat. But he walks up to the front desk and checks in. Comes in, gets adjusted, leaves. He's been doing it for weeks upon weeks, for years. Comes in today. He says, "Doc, I didn't know you wrote books." And I'm like, "Bro, what planet do you live on?" And he laughed. He said, "I wanted to see what your hours were Saturday. So I Googled you, and I came across all your books. I had no idea." Now, when you walk in my office, Wake Up Humans in the backpack are on the counter when you check in. There's stacks of them in the corner. He's been a patient so long that every new patient on their second visit now gets one of the Wake Up Humans books. So he was in before that time. He's been around longer than Wake Up Humans has been around. And he said, "I listened to a bunch of your podcasts this week, and I love podcasts." And he goes, "I went through like 20 of yours. Man, they're awesome." And I'm trying to be a little humble and say, "Wow, thank you, man. That's really nice of you. I do a good job." And I'm sitting there like, dude, is the message that we're putting out there bullshit? Help me out here, people, especially those that are listening for a while. Is it bullshit? Am I wasting my time? Because I know I'm not. I know it's time for us to wake up as a society, connect to our spirit, connect and awaken our minds, and heal our bodies. Spirit, mind, body, baby. Because when humans wake up, their spirit wakes up, they become unstoppable in their life, unpenetrable with bullshit, and they thrive. They don't just survive. And that's what Wake Up Humans is all about. That's why I come in this room and do this. People laugh and say, "I see your videos. I love when you do the videos in the Jeep. I'm driving around and I get a thought flash, or I get off the phone with somebody, gives me, and I don't want to lose the concept. I don't want to lose the passion, the idea, so I'll throw the phone on." But there's not enough people hearing about it, because maybe I'm not promoting it enough. And then I realize I can't say that. We got Michelle who's pumping stuff through social media. And then you wonder about the social media algorithms, if things aren't just dropping in certain places because it is too positive and it is trying to wake people up and not be dumbed down by the freaking system, the sheep out there that are trying to destroy us as a country, as a world, as a planet. You see, the message is so strong and powerful that when more people start waking up, which they are, we become unstoppable in penetrating our freedom. There's nothing more powerful than a group of people living free. Free spirit, free mind, free body, connected to themselves from within, which means getting your atlas checked on a regular basis, living clear, allowing your spirit to heal you from above down, inside out. And when you become that person and you wake up and you start living through your spiritual self, watch out what happens to you personally, to your household, and to your relationships all around you. You want to be abundant and successful in life? Get clear. Get your atlas checked. And I get it, like I may sound like I'm yelling. I'm really not. I'm just talking a little loud. I'm not a small guy, but I get so passionate and fired up because I want more people to hear this message. And every morning when I work out, I listen to YouTubers and they're saying, "Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications. If I get more likes, I get noticed." And I sit there and I'm like, oh my God. And then I got a patient walking in today and saying, "I didn't know you wrote 3 books." And I'm like, "Yeah, and I co-authored like 4 others." And people aren't learning about it because maybe I'm just too quiet about it, being humble. So maybe I can still protect my space by being a little humble, but I'm asking my tribe to speak up for me. If you really think this is a message that could get people to wake the flip up, people have been asking me for years for merch. I'm like, what is merch? Hats, shirts. We got a whole wakeuphumans.org full of stuff. And I'll go to the airport and I'll be wearing a Wake Up Human shirt and I'm seeing Lions Not Sheep hats and shirts, and I love it because I know who that person is. I know what their thought process is. I know they're part of my team. And then they see my Wake Up Human shirt and they go, dude, that's awesome. And I go to wakeuphumans.org, or they chase me down and they see the back of my hoodie and they're like, where'd you get that? And I say, wakeuphumans.org. We worked hard on revamping the whole thing. And I'm not in the t-shirt business. I'm not in the hat business. I'm not in the sweatshirt business. But I'm in the mission of waking people up business. And the more people that walk around with the merch, with the wolf, and they start having conversations, and they say, what does that mean? And if you want to know what the logo means, go to episode 154. Be a wolf, not a dog. Episode 154, and share that with people. And I'd love for the day to come where I go to the airport where I live every week and see people walk in with a Wake Up Humans hat, shirt, sweatshirt, fired up. And I could go, my man, I know where you're coming from. We're on mission. And it's building this mission to wake people up to live with passion, live clear, live free. Get their spirit connected so their mind can get cleansed and their body can heal and get clear. You see, when we start living with passion and living clear, we start holding on to our freedoms and no one could shut us down. And your households get stronger and your kids aren't being stifled and your health isn't being manipulated. And you could create a life and a lifestyle that's abundant, that can't be controlled. And there's nothing stronger than a spirit that's found that becomes free. And you see, to me, that's the ultimate mission. So when I get fired up, it's because I'm passionate about other humans and their growth and their potential. And I don't want people suffering unnecessarily. And I don't want them living in fear. And I want them to live free knowing that God has them here for a purpose. They weren't dropped on this earth and this planet to suffer and be sad and live anxious and depressed. That's not the God I know that created you. And yes, I'm talking about God, G-O-D. And society has lost connection with God. And look around you, people. Are we going to stop talking about it, or are we going to talk more about it to get people back to faith? Back into the greatest spirit in the planet that helped create you, and that spirit is you. That energy is you. You see, back in my day, people weren't showing up in school shooting them up. People weren't doping up in the bathrooms. They're keeping the high school bathroom doors open now because kids are going in there doing so many drugs and vaping. Back in our day, they would get their ass kicked. Now you can't do that. Well, how about you fine a family $2,500 every time a vape is caught in the bathroom? That'll stop it quick. That'll wake parents up and tell them, you better take care of your kid at home or we're going to do it, and it's going to cost you some cash, baby. Because young girls shouldn't be threatened to go to the bathroom and have to go to the bathroom and some punk is standing outside the door laughing and giggling about her legs. This is what's happening. And this is what Wake Up Humans is all about, is people taking responsibility for their own personal life, looking in the mirror and saying, I want to be mentally, physically, spiritually healthy. Connected to the source, and not a damn victim. Because if you're a victim, it's going to trickle down into your children, your spouse, and every relationship, and your whole circle of friends become a bunch of saps relying on the system to take care of you, and that's not freedom. And for those of you that get it, I need your help. I need you to wake up and start helping me out. Start buying the merchandise and start wearing it and sharing it and giving it as gifts and connecting people to the message if you agree the message is big enough. And that's where I'll jump in and play the game of click the bell, give me the thumbs up, do all that stuff that, honestly, guys, I could say I really don't give a shit about. But this is a game. And if we're going to reach more people, we have to get noticed more. And these algorithms they have set up are out to crush people like us, so it keeps us quiet, so the sheep can run the world. Are you going to allow that to happen? Because it's time for us to take care of each other. It's time for us to have better, more educated questions that are connected to growth and spirit and abundance and faith. and to bring people of faith into the circle that could blow up the educated mind and connect it to the spiritual self so that people can live more abundantly and excited to live life and not be a victim. To thrive in life, not to just survive. To not rely on a pill bottle to get through the day, but they can read Proverbs or Psalms and get excited about going out and serving others and making other people happy. And having the faith that everything is going to be okay no matter what storm comes at us. We will come through this, and you are not alone, because Wake Up Humans has a tribe of people that are there for each other, that are connected to the source, connected to the principle, living innately, living free, living by spirit, and living by the principles that God created us to do by day one. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.